Now in 4 News Now at 6, Idaho Governor Brad Little tours the devastation left by the Gwen and Texas fires. Hear the concerns residents voiced to the governor as fire crews and civilians join forces to battle the flames.
Parts of Spokane have already seen a few sprinkles, but that's just a preview of what's to come. I'm tracking more showers and thunderstorms in your first alert forecast.
It feels like, oh my God, I can relax. This is going to be okay.
A local woman reunited with her tiny home after it was stolen earlier this week. We'll take you inside to see the damage to the home and share the owner's message to the people who helped find it. You're watching 4 News Now at 6.
Now we begin with some breaking news. Within the last half hour, a SWAT situation in north central Spokane has come to an end. Thanks for joining us. I'm Derek Dice.
And I'm Kirsten O'Connor. This all happening near Howard and Spofford Avenue near North Central High School. Spokane police say it all started with a domestic violence suspect. As of now, we know one person was taken away in handcuffs at the scene. After that, police went to search the house. This is still a developing story. We will update you as we learn more details.
Well, the U.S. Attorney's Office has a lot on its plate in Idaho, battling multiple issues threatening public safety throughout the state.
Jordan Smith went to Idaho today to learn about the challenges state officials are facing and the early success they're seeing as they fight back against crime.
We got to meet with the U.S. Attorney from Idaho earlier today, and he walked us through the priorities of his office. At the top of that list, he's cracking down on fentanyl.
We're seeing thousands of pills. We're seeing tens of thousands of pills sometimes.
The seemingly endless battle against fentanyl and its dealers rages on.
Well, unfortunately, we've seen large amounts of fentanyl in North Idaho.
Hurwitz says that's partly because dealers are exploiting the I-90 corridor in North Idaho, trafficking drugs to communities like Coeur d'Alene and nearby states like Montana and the Dakotas. The DEA says 7 out of every 10 fentanyl pills seized contains a potentially lethal dose of fentanyl. But Idaho is finding a way to clamp down, leading a nationwide effort on tough sanctions for death-resulting cases.
The penalties are really high. It's a 20-year mandatory minimum in federal prison. And we use that statute regularly when the situation justifies it.
Arrests and seizures are climbing. Hurwitz says oftentimes traffickers are willing to give up names in exchange for a lesser sentence, allowing agencies like the DEA to work its way up the chain and eventually cut off distribution at the source. The threat of tougher sanctions, coupled with more resources for rural police departments and more addiction services, is showing a promising sign that the tide could turn, hopefully soon. Along with fentanyl, extremism and child exploitation are also on the DOJ's radar, all of which fueled by social media.
You know, if you're a parent and your kid has an electronic device, make sure that you have access to it and you know exactly how your kid is using the internet and social media.
For 4 News Now, I'm Jordan Smith.
Well, this is Nadia Cole along with her fiance, Aaron Ong. Well, she's now facing federal charges for helping him kidnap his 2-year-old daughter. Back in May, Cole disappeared at SeaTac Airport, waiting to board a flight to Europe with her mother. In this newly released security footage, you see Cole getting off one of the trains at the airport without any of her luggage or her phone. Court documents then say she went to meet Ong at a predetermined location to begin their drive to Mexico, triggering a nationwide manhunt. They were found a month later in Mexico. Investigators determined the car they were traveling in belonged to Ong's father, James Ong, who is said to have sent messages to Aaron to help him avoid law enforcement. Both Cole and James are now facing international parental kidnapping charges. Cole is scheduled to be in court September 6th.
Well, in this video, you can see fire crews working to put out a brush fire on the side of I-90 between Liberty Lake and State Line. The Spokane Valley Fire Department says once they arrived, they discovered another fire was burning near the Appleway overpass. The cause of these fires is still under investigation.
Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker joins us now. Chris, we have been seeing some rain in our area, which you'd think would hopefully help firefighters put out some of these fires.
As long as it's just rain, but it's coming along with some lightning, and that is the last thing that we need in terms of our fire prevention. I am tracking some storms in your first alert forecast, and we'll start off with a radar picture, a broad view over the past several hours, watching some thunderstorms rotating into North Idaho, but a lot of the thunderstorm activity has tapered off. We also had a band of light rain move through Spokane. Spokane, and then we're looking to the south for another round coming up for later tonight. We'll zoom in around the Spokane area, and here's the band of light showers that moved through the Spokane area in the last hour. Not much to it, and that will continue to taper off as it moves to the north. We're mostly dry through the metro area presently. Further to the south, we have some stronger storms south of Lewiston and Craigmont, as well as Pomeroy. These storms have produced some larger hail as well as gusty outflow boundary winds and are making their way to the north. In fact, if you look at the camera from the top of the hill in Lewiston, you can see the dark skies to the south as those systems start approaching the Lewiston area tonight. The forecast radar shows that moving into the central panhandle and North Idaho. Here's 5 a.m. The heaviest precipitation and the strongest storms will be from the central panhandle through western Montana, but we also have that chance of showers and thunderstorms as far west as Spokane County. I don't think you're going to see anything in the Columbia Basin with this round of precipitation. Friday morning at 8, a few showers around Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, and then by noon we are clearing out and seeing some sunshine for the rest of the day and into the start of Saturday. So in your Friday planner, chance of showers and thunderstorms through about 9-10 o'clock in the morning, and then the skies clear. We're heading up to a high of 80 degrees. 84 is our average high. There's another round of storms that's coming in for partway through your weekend. I'll tell you all about that in just a few minutes, Derek.
All right, Chris, thanks so much. On your screen here, you can see this Black Hawk chopper carrying Idaho Governor Brad Little as it lands following his tour, the aftermath of the Gwen and Texas fires. Governor Little met with community members in Lapwai this afternoon.
It's one of the communities that offered safety for victims of the two devastating fires. Governor Little today addressed community concerns and gave an update on the fires. Our Hunter Bertram was in Lapwai as Governor Little landed.
Idaho Governor Brad Little and other state officials visited the community of Lapwai on Thursday, a region of the state that was hit by wildfires just last month.
The Gwen fire nearing 100% containment and the nearby Texas fire at 100% containment. Both estimated costing together over $8 million in suppression efforts.
Property damage for the Gwen fire consists of 38 primary residences, 25 houses and 13 RVs were burned.
The Texas fire destroying 4 homes.
I was struck flying over about the miles and miles and miles and miles of fire line that had been put on by the local local farmers. Had they not done that, this fire would have been enormously larger.
Local farmers and first responders credited by Governor Little for preventing this wildfire becoming much more devastating.
There was too much misinformation on Facebook while the fire was burning.
Robert Blair, a local farmer, shared concerns today, specifically a major lesson for his community of spreading misinformation which had flooded Facebook, causing confusion. Another area of concern, looting of properties lost in the flames. Governor Little answering one woman's concern.
Just as people helped their neighbors during the fire, I would ask the people out there help their neighbors by being vigilant of any of that happening, because we do not condone it in any way, shape, and form. And in fact, just because a piece of real estate burned over and there's something left there doesn't mean it didn't belong to the landowner. So
Governor Little acknowledged the long recovery this area has next, saying he's working with other state officials to get the people affected the help they need. In Lapwai, Hunter Bertram, 4 News Now.
Well, athletics and activities for the Moses Lake School District have been saved thanks to continued community donations and some big sacrifices by coaches and parents. According to the nonprofit Community Athletics and Activities, $540,000 cash in hand has now been raised from the community. The majority of the coaches in the school district, including all of the head coaches at Moses Lake High School, have agreed to coach this year for just a $1 stipend. The school district is also cutting costs by eliminating transportation, meaning parents will have to drive their kids to and from games.
Listen up, drivers. Eastbound Lincoln Road between Division and Standard will still be closed tomorrow. The westbound side will be down to just 1 lane. These closures are because crews are replacing a well in front of Fire Station 18.
Well, the Biden administration announced major price cuts are on the way for some of the most popular prescription drugs in the country.
How much this could save patients on Medicare coming up. Plus, a tiny home stolen from a storage facility in North Spokane is found. Hear from the family who spotted it next on 4 News Now at 6.
Download the KXLY Plus app on your connected TV.
Save your greed!
Did you know you can shop for new furniture at Consign Furniture online? Shop our large inventory of new and consigned furniture for your living room, dining room, bedroom, and outdoor furniture. All the top brands right at your fingertips.
Consign Furniture. Easy way to sell, smart way to buy.
We've been receiving a lot of calls here at Holiday regarding the smoky air. Here are a few tips. First, replace your filter and run your fan constantly. This is your first line of defense and very inexpensive. This will clean your air by trapping smoke particles at your filter. Second, we do have air purifiers that can be installed directly into your system. Third, it is safe to run your air conditioner. Just make sure your fresh air intake is closed. We're here to help. Call us anytime.
Happy anniversary from McVeigh Brothers. For over 90 years, our family has been remodeling homes in eastern Washington and northern Idaho. We sell the very best products in composition and metal roofing, the energy-efficient Coeur d'Alene windows, and our unlimited selection of maintenance-free siding options. And during our anniversary sale, you can choose up to $2,500 off on select packages or 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 6 months. At McVeigh Brothers, we're always working for you.
Our story began with my dad becoming forgetful, that then morphed into an Alzheimer's diagnosis. And at the same time, my mom had Parkinson's. I want the best for my parents because they wanted the best for me. I think if I had walk hairs, I would have had a different reality. There's a little less pressure, a lot less fear. Walk hairs and your ability to take it to another state is huge.
Chevy lets you begin every day fully charged, so you can go farther. And so can your money. Tow with confidence. Plus, stay connected with available OnStar technology. For summer adventures, Chevy's got you. Get $5,750 total value on this Silverado LT when you trade in an eligible vehicle. That's 10% below MSRP. See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
Did you know you can shop for new furniture at Consign Furniture online? Shop our large inventory of new and consigned furniture for your living room, dining room, bedroom, and outdoor furniture. All the top brands right at your fingertips.
Consign Furniture. Easy way to sell, smart way to buy.
It feels like, oh my God, I can relax. This is going to be okay.
That's how Karen Potter describes reuniting with her tiny home after it had been stolen on Monday. We've been reporting about this all week. The tiny home was found dumped in a farmer's field in Spangle early this morning.
The farmer's son-in-law knew it was Potter's home after seeing online posts about the theft and notified Crime Check immediately. Marissa Rio shows us the moments Karen reunited with her beloved home.
It's a part of me. It's a part of my heart.
It's a story that reveals the power of community.
It also just feels like a good example of when community comes together, how wonderful things can happen.
When police released video footage of a thief stealing Potter's tiny home, the news spread quickly.
I imagine what happened is that there was such a community response and people were out talking about this, that the person who took it realized that we were going to be able to find it.
And this morning, she received the call that her home was found. As Potter walked through her home, she said she felt a sense of relief. She lived in this home for 4 years. It was her college dream, her safe space.
It was built through community, and I've lived in it in community, and now it was lost and found through community, and that's really moving. That's powerful.
The home was found in a farmer's field covered in plywood and tarp, and a few things were missing inside. But Potter said the most important thing was that the home was found.
Not only did this farmer's family alert police of the tiny home, the farmer is now helping Potter remove the plywood from the home that the thieves put on it.
As the plywood was removed, pockets of the home's original blue paint began to peek through. When the farmer was asked about his family's generosity, he said,
"That's just what we do out here. I mean, that's part of being in this community. Everybody kind of watches out for everybody. If you see something doesn't look right, we either talk to each other or it gets reported to somebody."
And for that, Karin is thankful.
It felt like a long time, but actually it was found pretty quickly, and I think that that's really a sign of what the Spokane community can do when they come together.
In Spangle, Marissa Rio, 4 News Now.
Glad she's got it back. The sports courts at Spokane's Underhill Park will be getting a major upgrade starting on Monday. Underhill is in the East Central neighborhood, south of I-90. Crews will be working to replace the cracked basketball courts while also building 2 pickleball courts. There will also be new sidewalks, lighting, fences, and more. The project is expected to be completed by the end of the year at a cost of around $628,000.
Your camping forecast, it's going to be looking good for most of the day Saturday. Blue skies, sunshine, highs in the mid-80s at Lake Ellen East Campground. Then the chance of showers and thunderstorms comes in late. 85 and sunny on Sunday. I'll be back with your 7-day forecast and tell you more about those Saturday night thunderstorms after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Mainstream Electric Heating, Cooling, Plumbing.
Hey, Andy here with Brothers Flooring Design, and if you've been looking to remodel your kitchen or bathroom and are looking for a company who can pick out what you need, design it, and install it, at Brothers Flooring we can do it all. I guarantee it.
Summer means the great outdoors, but it's also wildfire season. How are you going to cope with smoke from wildfires? 1, when it's smoky, check current air quality. 2, limit or avoid time outdoors. And 3, keep indoor air as clean as possible. Replace home air filters as often as needed and use the best filter for your system. Set the air conditioner to the recirculate mode. If necessary, find a cleaner air shelter near you. For the latest information about wildfires and smoke, visit the Washington Smoke blog, wasmoke.blogspot.com.
Get ready for 10 days of excitement at the North Idaho State Fair presented by ICCU. Don't miss out. Carnival rides, delicious food, and 5 nights of rodeo. Experience tractor pulls, thrilling concerts, and the Extreme Dog Show. There's entertainment for everyone. Don't miss the mesmerizing aerial acrobatic performances, mind-bending magicians, hypnotists, and contortionists. Bring the whole family for contests, interactive exhibits, and fascinating livestock demonstrations. Get your tickets now and join us for fun galore at the North Idaho State Fair.
Off the clock? And you're relaxing in that old thing?
Come on, just a little duct tape. It's good to go.
Well, right now, you can score amazing comfort that's built to last with savings up to 50% during the Labor Day sale at Furniture Row. Shop today because the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. You'll also find huge savings on living, dining, bedroom, and mattresses. Or get 60 months no-interest financing. The Labor Day sale on now at Furniture Row.
The selection and savings have never been better at Findlay Downtown Toyota.
Looking for a sporty new Camry that gets up to 50 miles per gallon? Or maybe a Tacoma TRD truck? Or a Tundra is in your future with great financing available now.
Whatever you need, Findlay Toyota can hook you up.
And if you're looking for a quality used vehicle, all certified pre-owned vehicles come with a 1-year, 15,000-mile maintenance plan.
This week at Findlay.
Well, here's what people are clicking on most on KXLY.com. Take a look at these cherished family photos captured at one of the most iconic willow trees in Finch Arboretum. For decades, families have climbed this huge tree, creating lifelong memories. Now it can only be admired from a safe distance. Here you can see there's a fence now up around the Spokane landmark because it almost split in two. A camp director telling us it's all part of Mother Nature's plan.
Eventually what happens is all of these trees get so heavy that they just start to break apart. And that's what's happened here.
The city of Spokane doesn't want the willow's history to end here. To see how they plan on keeping parts of the tree alive, look for the story on KXLY.com. It reminds me of a book my dad used to read to me all the time, The Giving Tree.
Oh, yes,
yeah.
of course.
It's a sweet story.
It's a good book.
Yeah, Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker joins us once again. And Chris, you're tracking some more rain and even some thunderstorms in the region.
Yes, some in progress and some on the way. Let's go right to the radar right now. And we've seen some development event just since the top of the hour, specifically this little cell. Now, this is east of Clarkia, largely uninhabited area, moving to the north. But we have another one south of Craigmont that is moving to the north as well. They're all producing some gusty outflow boundary winds as well as cloud-to-ground lightning, but also some brief heavy rain to go along with the storms. These are not dry thunderstorms. That is a bit of good news. A few sprinkles moving into Deer Park. This is the band that moved through Spokane earlier and brought some very light rain, and you can really pick up the back edge of that area of precipitation on our live downtown Skycam and the clearing behind it. This is a temporary clearing. We have a chance of showers and possible thunderstorms returning late tonight. 4 things to know about your weather. We have the chance of showers and thunderstorms through Friday morning. The best chance will be through North Idaho. However, Spokane is on the far western edge of this activity. Will be cooler for Friday, high around 80, then back into the 90s for Saturday with another round of thunderstorms coming in late on Saturday. Hour for hour on your Friday, 30% chance of measurable rain through about 9 a.m. and then it really decreases by 10. Finally, we're dry through noon and start to see the sunshine back just in time for a fun Friday afternoon and evening. 80 degrees for a high temperature that's a little bit below average. 84 is our average high. Now, these are updated precipitation totals since 5 o'clock, and they have been lowered as the path of this storm is really starting to focus to the east of the Spokane and Coeur d'Alene area. So precipitation totals in extreme eastern Washington and portions of North Idaho look like they're going to be more in the hundredths of an inch rather than some of the heavier totals that we'll find further the central panhandle and into western Montana. So this is likely not going to be much of a rainmaker for the Spokane and Coeur d'Alene area. We do have another system on the way for Saturday night. Starting off our forecast radar at 5 o'clock Friday with the showers and thunderstorms of earlier in the day well to the north. But we are looking at this system coming in from the southwest that comes in late Saturday. Here we are through the day Saturday, lots of sunshine by Saturday late afternoon and evening. Another round of convection. So we'll be keeping a very close eye on that. And that will keep North Idaho dry with the focus from the Cascades through the Columbia Basin. But most of Saturday will be dry with a high of 90. Thunderstorms come in late, and then we're back to the sunshine on Sunday with a high of 83 degrees. We'll stay in the 80s through the rest of the 7-day forecast. Overnight lows in the 50s through next week as well.
I'm sure a lot of people are watching for that forecast tonight. Thank you, Chris. Well, summer is slowly coming to an end, and that means back to school shopping. But between clothes, supplies, shoes, even electronics, your bank account can take a major hit. The bill for families shopping for kids in grades K through 12 is close to a record high this year. $875, according to the National Retail Federation. We've seen firsthand from backpack drives and school supply giveaways here in Spokane. Families are lining up early to save.
Consumers are not feeling as financially healthy as maybe a year ago, but their financial situation actually remains pretty solid.
So you might be wondering, how can I save some cash? In my special report, I'll explain some new strategies about how to stretch your budget. You can watch it right now on KXLY.com. And what's key to that whole report is that families are taking what they have in each paycheck, sort of budgeting, so that they can stretch it out longer. And they started shopping for back to school in July.
Smart thinking, planning ahead.
Yeah, thinking about Amazon Prime Day and all of those different ideas.
All right, still ahead, one local dog owner is preparing to say goodbye to her best friend. What one business is doing to make sure they have a memorable last day together, coming up on 4 News Now.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
We're not brother and sister.
We're not husband and wife.
She's not my daughter.
He's not just arm candy.
Hey,
What we are, we're advocates.
And so if you've been injured, we fight for you.
You deserve more than just a law firm.
You deserve an advocate.
If you want to shine this summer and say goodbye to that winter weight, then this week is the perfect time to join Move Fitness and get started on a new workout routine to get you sculpted for the swimsuit season. Move Fitness.
Visit Fred's Appliance today and explore unbeatable deals. Revamp your laundry space with GE's top-of-the-line front-load laundry machine, each for just $749. Designed to deliver exceptional cleaning power and efficiency. With features like the Ultra Fresh Vent System with odor block, Microban antimicrobial technology to help prevent the growth of odor-causing bacteria. Say goodbye to musty smells and hello to fresh, clean laundry. At Fred's, we sell appliances. Only appliances.
It's Coeur d'Alene Casino's Core Stars Entertainment Series.
I love you.
Parmalee, one of country's most undeniable hitmakers. Live at the Coeur d'Alene Casino Thursday, September 12th. Ready for action? It's no holds barred as King of the Cage features up-and-coming MMA stars battling it out live at the Coeur d'Alene Casino Thursday, October 10th. Visit the Coeur d'Alene Casino box office or cdacasino.com to buy your tickets now.
Winning is just the beginning.
Nothing says summer better than spending time on your deck. From the afternoon barbecues to the late night socials, the deck has become the most fun place to be. And nobody knows decking better than the pros at Windsor Plywood.
It's time to shop for wood.
From composite to PVC or wood decking to beautiful railing options. If you're looking for a great new deck, Windsor has the best selection at the best prices.
Windsor Plywood.
Happy anniversary from McVeigh Brothers. This month, if you'd like to upgrade your home with some new Coeur d'Alene windows or maybe a new roof, we're offering an anniversary special. Or no money down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 6 months. From McVeigh Brothers.
Donnie, the advocates excel in car, truck, and motorcycle cases, resulting in millions of dollars for our clients.
That makes me sad.
Sad? Why sad?
Just thinking about the ones that don't bring their cases to us.
Oh, that is sad.
4 News Now is brought to you by CARD, the Center for Asbestos-Related Diseases.
Around the nation tonight, the White House is unveiling a new Medicare drug deal they say will save Americans more than $1 billion in the first year.
The Biden administration negotiating to lower the cost of 10 popular prescription drugs for those on Medicare. ABC's Perry Russum explains.
President Biden says the lower drug prices will be a relief for millions of people on Medicare, taking medication to treat issues including heart failure, blood clots, and diabetes. The White House says the costs will be lowered for 10 prescription drugs. The expected first-year savings are $1.5 billion in out-of-pocket costs for Medicare recipients, $6 billion for Medicare as a whole. The prices are set to change in January of 2026. This is the first time the government has been able to negotiate pricing with drug companies about the costs of some of its most expensive drugs. It's the second major medical announcement from President Biden this week, as his term has about 5 months left. Biden in New Orleans Tuesday announcing $150 million in new federal grants in his fight to cure cancer.
And we're moving quickly because we know all families touched by cancers are in a race against time. It's all part of our goal of our cancer moonshot, to end cancer as we know it.
The White House says the list of medication involved includes Eliquis, Entresto, and Januvia. Again, there are 10 in all. A senior Biden administration official says how much people save depends on their coverage. Perry Russum, ABC News, Washington.
Well, still ahead, a group of women are helping build pump houses for those impacted by the Oregon Road fire.
We'll introduce you to the group who helped make this possible coming up. Plus, how the community came together to give this woman one last perfect day with her dog Daisy. Next on 4 News Now at 6:30.
And another Spokane restaurant is closing its doors for good. What the owner of Prohibition Gastropub says were the main factors that forced them to shut down. Next on 4 News Now at 6:30.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Dive into summer this August at Spokane Tribe Resort and Casino with your chance to win your share of $50,000 free slot play. Every Saturday in August, 100 lucky guests will win $100 in free slot play. Only at Spokane Tribe Resort and Casino. You just win here.
Global Credit Union serves the men and women of our armed forces stationed around the world.
We're proud to honor our military members by wearing red on Friday.
Red stands for Remember Everyone Deployed, and 4 News Now and Global Credit Union are inviting you to wear red on Fridays too.
Show your support for the men and women of our armed forces.
Tell them and their families thank you for their service and for protecting our future. Stop by any Global branch and pick up a red pin.
And then remember to wear red every Friday from now until September 11th.
This summer, don't sweat it. Bill's Heating and AC has you covered with the best prices on air conditioners and heat pumps. Guaranteed. With over 3,000 5-star reviews, we're the locally owned company you can trust. Our expert technicians provide fast, reliable service to ensure your home stays comfortable all season long. And should you ever have an issue, we're open 7 days a week to provide immediate help. So what are you waiting for? Call Bill's Heating and AC for your free quote today.
Get ready for 10 days of excitement at the North Idaho State Fair presented by ICCU. Don't miss out. Carnival rides, delicious food, and 5 nights of rodeo. Experience tractor pulls, thrilling concerts, and the Extreme Dog Show. There's entertainment for everyone. Don't miss the mesmerizing aerial acrobatic performances, mind-bending magicians, hypnotists, and contortionists. Bring the whole family for contests, interactive exhibits, and fascinating livestock demonstrations. Get your tickets now and join us for fun galore at the North Idaho State Fair.
Elevate your game at Spokane Tribe Resort and Casino. Our expanded gaming floor now features over 900 of your favorite slots, plus all new table games. Only at Spokane Tribe Resort and Casino. You just win here.
After the terror scare, the return of Taylor Swift's live concert tour. Next, in some edition, our Allison Hall in London for all the behind-the-scenes action as counter-terrorist cops crack down. The extraordinary steps they're taking to keep Swifties safe. Then, treasure hunt. The dad and his son. Wait till you see what they found. Watch the next Inside Edition.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Inside Edition at 7. Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6:30.
Well, Prohibition Gastropub has become a staple along Monroe Street in Spokane, but you're only going to be able to enjoy it for a couple more weeks. Owner Michael Wiley says he's closing the restaurant at the end of the month.
Wiley says the decision was an emotional one, but he believes it's the right thing to do for his employees. Derek Strom spoke with the employees about why the restaurant means so much to them.
Kirsten, Derek, Michael Wiley says the lack of parking around his restaurant's the reason why he's closing it. Says the area just isn't accessible anymore, even for his regulars.
It feels like the band's breaking up.
It's the end of an era for the Prohibition Gastropub in Spokane. Owner Michael Wiley took over the restaurant during the pandemic, and he's been running it ever since, but he's decided to close it at the end of the month.
All of it is driven around connection with our fellow human beings, and so losing this is going to be losing a very big channel that I have in my life to connect to other people.
Despite taking over the restaurant during the pandemic, Wiley says that it's not the biggest challenge it's faced or the reason why it's closing. He says a new apartment complex nearby has made it difficult to find parking, and another apartment complex is scheduled to be built, making accessibility even harder for customers.
Everyone is now fighting for the same amount of spaces on the street that they used to have without the additional parking space. So overnight, we saw an immediate drop in business, and that hasn't really ever gone away.
As its employees reflect on the time they spent here, they'll miss being ingrained in the community and being there for birthdays, baby showers, and special occasions. General Manager Lindsay Weaver went to high school nearby, and she says it's been special to serve the community she grew up in.
Definitely, we have the meet on Monroe, we have the Kendall's Yard Farmers Market. There is definitely a sense of community, and it's just been amazing to have a firsthand view of that.
Now, Wiley says he's working to find jobs for his employees at some of his other restaurants, including Wiley's Downtown Bistro. The Gastropub's last day will be August 31st. On Monroe, Derek Strom, 4 News Now.
Let's send it over now to Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker tracking rain and storms in our region.
Yes, we do have some showers and thunderstorms that we're keeping an eye on. Some of them have dissipated over North Idaho, and we had a few sprinkles move through Spokane, but most of the action is further to the south. A thunderstorm that we're watching that is east of the Clarkia area in the mountains there, but another one that's impacting Craigmont, a strong storm capable of producing penny-size hail 40 to 40 mile per hour gusty winds, as well as some cloud to ground lightning. Storm is not moving much, but moving to the north, and there is the potential for more shower and thunderstorm activity throughout the night. In Spokane, expect another round of wet weather. This one potentially a little more impressive as we get into the late evening and overnight. Our chance of showers and thunderstorms up to 40% by 1 a.m. I don't expect that we're going to see much precipitation with these storms, but may rumble you awake, or if you have a nervous dog, you might want to start making plans ahead of time, and there's an even better chance to hear those thunderstorms if you're in North Idaho. I'll have a close look at where those storms are expected to hit coming up in your full forecast. Kirsten.
Thank you, Chris. And fall is only a few weeks away. With the changing leaves and cooler temperatures comes something else, the arrival of La Nina.
However, it looks like that could take a while. To explain what that means for our weather, we bring in meteorologist Matt Gray.
All right, so back in May, I was sitting right here, told you about a possible quick flip over from the El Nino winter we had to La Nina sometime in the summer. Now, we're sitting in mid-August, so I think it's pretty apparent that didn't quite happen. But we are still on track to see La Nina by the time winter comes around. And look, folks, that's what ultimately matters. La Nina often leads to colder and snowier winters here in the Northwest. And after the last 6-7 months, I think we could all use at least some more precipitation. Now, as a reminder, El Nino, La Nina, opposite sides of a Pacific Ocean cycle, eventually affects weather patterns around the world. When the ocean is warm in the East Pacific, it's El Nino. And like what you see on your screen when it's cold, it's La Nina. Now, over the summer, cool water has been pooling in the East Pacific. That was an indication in the spring. La Nina is still on the way. It's just not progressing quite as fast. So we're in the third phase, neutral. And that could be for a good chunk of the fall before we get to La Nina in the winter. So what does that mean, this kind of in-between phase that we're in? So fall in the neutral phase, usually warmer and drier than La Nina, but not as warm and dry as El Nino, right in the middle. But I could be more specific, and that's what I did for you today. I looked at every year where La Nina developed during the fall or right before winter to see what we might learn about our fall season. So here are where temperatures were warmer or cooler than the long-term average during these fall seasons. And you can see, for the most part, slightly warm, but a good chunk of the inland Northwest ended up having average temperatures over the 6-odd years since 1950 where this has happened. And then here's where we had more or less precipitation during those fall months. This, at least from the sample we have of our records, seems to be a pretty good indicator of some wet conditions in the Cascades. It bleeds over into central Washington while we're at average to slightly dry as you continue further to the east. So historically, a fall when La Nina is developing or develops right after, average to slightly warm temperatures and average to slightly wet rainfall. Now, the new outlooks that have come out for the Climate Prediction Center for the fall season, they are pretty much lining up with this, leaning warm to the east, average to the west, and leaning wet in the west and average to the east.
All right, Matt, thank you very much. Well, a post blew up on Facebook today of a pet owner asking for community support to make sure her dog Daisy's last few moments on Earth are as special as possible.
Our Alexandra Cohen-Yard spoke with that dog's owner today. She shares what made this pup so special and how a local business is stepping up to make sure Daisy's legacy lives on.
I've really fallen in love with her. She's been my shadow.
Vanessa Stranahan found out yesterday that her beloved rescue pup, Daisy, has cancer.
It just kind of confirmed my fears. We had known there was some underlying health issues.
Stranahan took to social media asking if a local business would be willing to offer Daisy a tasty last dinner. Joy McCarley, manager at the Backyard Public House, responded within the hour.
I cried when I read the post, and so it just, the first thing that I thought to do was to make sure that she could come here and it was taken care of.
It is on this patio that Daisy will enjoy her last puppy patty. The manager of the Backyard Public House tells me that it is her relationship with her dog that inspired her to do this act of kindness.
They're just so special and innocent, and you know that you have to fight for them because they can't fight for themselves.
The Backyard Public House says it is looking into ways of continuing to honor Daisy's legacy. For today, it's doing that by making all puppy meals free.
I want to make sure that anytime that I am in contact with my own animals or anyone else's animals, they're getting the best special treatment that they can.
When describing Daisy, Stranahan had 2 words, girl boss. And these cute images do nothing other than confirm that.
I'm sad, but part of me is glad that she's going to be able to reunite with her original owner.
In Spokane, Alexandra Konyarts, 4 News Now.
Well, WSU basketball released its full schedule for the upcoming season.
Yeah, there are a few games fans are going to want to keep an eye on. We'll take a look at the games you'll want to circle on your calendar. Look at the marquee matchups with Julian Minnesone after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Live is giving you more of what you love.
Weekdays at 9 a.m. only on KXLY ABC4.
When it's time to protect your home, call Everhart Painting, Spokane's premier painting contractor. Everhart Painting takes care of every detail and backs the results with their industry-leading warranty. Call now for our summer special. Everhart Painting, your painter for life.
It's a summer roundup. This week at Cal, over 300 rigs have been strategically priced low like a stampede of savings.
We're not horsing around with these special buys.
Trade up to a better set of wheels while you lower your monthly payment. Plus, special financing was brought in so you can get a fun new ride for summer.
And $44 down is all you need.
During the summer roundup this week at Cal.
This week on Svengoolie.
It's the imprint of a giant octopodal bidronchiata.
A what?
Giant octopus.
You bet it is. It's the Ray Harryhausen classic. It came from beneath the sea on the next Svengoolie.
Saturday night at 8 on MeTV 4.2.
BECU has helped Finney Ridge Painting grow from setting up payroll services to finance. I feel that BECU is fundamentally concerned about me as an individual and my business and all the individuals that work here. They provide a level of connection that other institutions aren't interested in. With BECU, we don't feel like customers. We feel like business partners.
Off the clock? And you're relaxing in that old thing?
Come on, a little duct tape. It's good to go.
Well, right now, you can score amazing comfort that's built to last with savings up to 50% during the Labor Day sale at Furniture Row. Shop today because the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. You'll also find huge savings on living, dining, bedroom, and mattresses. Or get 60 months no-interest financing. The Labor Day sale on now at Furniture Row.
When it's time to protect your home, call Everhart Painting, Spokane's premier painting contractor. Everhart Painting takes care of every detail and backs the results with their industry-leading warranty. Call now for our summer special. Everhart Painting, your painter for life.
Well, fall camp is winding down and the Washington State Cougars are getting into game mode.
And the Cougs have just 2 more practices before they start preparing for their season opener against Portland State. Sports Director Julian Minnesone joins us. And Julian, what are the Cougs hoping to accomplish here over the next few days?
Well, they have 1 more practice tomorrow and then a final scrimmage on Saturday. That scrimmage is the last chance for the coaches to evaluate the players. Head coach Jake Dickert says after that, they will determine who will get playing time and who will be on the bench when the season begins. They'll also get into game prep for that season opener against Portland State. They're not quite game ready right now, but Coach Dickert says the team is slowly starting to come together.
It's kind of putting the final polishes on it, but also, like I said to our staff today, after this Saturday, we got to start really looking at roles and getting those defined so we can, gel a little bit. That's offense, defense, special teams.
And that includes the quarterback battle. That will be announced on Monday. Saturday's scrimmage, however, is at 6:45 p.m. Over to hoops, the WSU men's basketball team released their full schedule for the upcoming season. The Cougars have 3 straight home games to start the 2024-25 campaign. That's against Portland State, Bradley, and Idaho. They also have non-conference games against Iowa, Eastern Washington, Boise State, and UW. It's a new era for WSU basketball under first-year head coach David Riley. For the full schedule, you can visit our website, KXLY.com. Now, Gonzaga agreed to play Arizona State in a 2-year series starting this season in Spokane. The first game will be November 10th at McCarthy Athletic Center. The return game will be in Tempe the following season. Now, it's the first time the Bulldogs and Sun Devils will match up. And the Seattle Mariners are probably sick and tired of the Detroit Tigers by now. They've played Detroit 6 times in the past week. The Mariners were looking to avoid the sweep today. Tigers starter Alex Faedo, well, he had some trouble throwing strikes, especially early on in this game. We picked things up in the first inning. Faedo facing Jorge Polanco, and he earns a walk. Nicely done. Then, very next batter is Randy Arozarena, one of the newest Mariners. Well, Faedo walks Arozarena. That means 2 on in the first inning. And a few batters later, it's Luke Raley's turn. Going to try to send them home, but he doesn't even get the chance. He also walks. So the bases are loaded for Seattle here. Justin Turner at the plate. Faedo, as you can see, a little frustrated, and he's going to walk Turner this time. So it scores a run for the Mariners. They barely have to do any work. Faedo only lasted 1 inning. Now, it would stay 1-0 until the 8th inning. Tigers at the plate. Javier Baez locks in and crushes that one over the Little Caesars sign out there in the outfield. Now, the Mariners, tough pill to swallow. They lose this one just like that, 2-1, and get swept by the Tigers. Now they'll take on Pittsburgh, the Pirates, for a 3-game series starting tomorrow. Now, Seattle has now lost 3 straight games of the Tigers, and they're 3 games behind the Houston Astros for first place in the AL West. Now, pro basketball player and Chelan High School grad Joe Harris has retired. Harris played 4 seasons at Chelan under his dad, Joe Harris Sr. He played 10 seasons in the NBA, including 7 with the Brooklyn Nets. Harris won the 3-point contest in 2019 and is Brooklyn's all-time 3-point leader. That'll do it for sports.
Well, thank you, Julian. Earlier this week, we told you about the Sister Corps, an all-women disaster recovery group.
Yeah, Sister Corps is finishing up its project constructing pump houses in Elk for survivors of the Oregon Road fire. 4 News Now's Allison Martinez introduces us to the women making it possible.
And I jumped right on it. It's just a chance for me to come back to a place I love.
When local fire survivors called out for help, Leanne Moore answered the phone. The founder of Sister Corps is a Texas resident who lived in Spokane for 28 years. She jumped at the opportunity to return.
From then on, it was just magic was happening in terms of the connections in the community and the donations and the support.
Sister Corps assists people recovering from natural disasters around the country.
It's so heartwarming that they're here now because these fires were bad. They were tremendous.
As a Spokane resident, Joy Libsack sees the pain fire survivors are facing. As a veteran Sister Corps volunteer, she sees the need for outside support.
They're really, really grateful. And we're so glad. Like I told the gentleman whose property we're working on, we took this burden from you, so you don't have to.
Of all the communities Sister Corps has touched, members say Spokane County has stood out.
We truly have had more support here than any community we have worked in, and we have done 58 projects across the nation.
Reporting in Colbert, Allison Martinez, 4 News Now.
Chance of showers and thunderstorms overnight and through tomorrow morning, and then a pretty sunny Friday afternoon and evening. High temperature of 80 tomorrow. 84 is our average high. I'll be back to show you where it is not such a pretty evening. Some showers and thunderstorms in progress after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
R&R RV just wrapped up a fantastic summer sale at the Spokane Fairgrounds with America's favorite brands. You know what that means? Fresh, used inventory. From travel trailers to fifth wheels, camper vans to diesel pushers, R&R RV has the pre-owned RV you've been waiting for. Take advantage of show pricing on these amazing fresh trade-ins. Don't miss it. Visit R&R RV today in Liberty Lake, North Spokane, or North Lewiston. Online at rnrrv.com. Eastern Washington's largest RV dealer.
Happy anniversary from McVeigh Brothers. For over 90 years, our family has been remodeling homes in Eastern Washington and Northern Idaho. We sell the very best products in composition and metal roofing. the energy-efficient Coeur d'Alene windows, and our unlimited selection of maintenance-free siding options. And during our anniversary sale, you can choose up to $2,500 off on select packages or 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 6 months. At McVeigh Brothers, we're always working for you.
We owe everything to our troops, past and present, for their honor, courage, and dedication. As a token of our appreciation, 4 News Now and Global Credit Union are encouraging you to once again wear red on Fridays.
Join us in recognizing our troops and their families for allowing us the freedom we enjoy every day as Americans. Stop into any Global branch to pick up a red pin and show your support.
And then wear red every Friday from now until September 11th.
Wear Red Fridays, brought to you by 4 News Now and Global Credit Union.
Visit Fred's Appliance today and explore unbeatable deals. Upgrade your home with the new Bosch dishwasher for just $6.99. Unmatched efficiency and state-of-the-art features. Dishes come out spotless every time. Enjoy exceptional savings and top-tier performance with this premium appliance. The Precision Wash system uses intelligent sensors to scan and check the progress of dishes throughout the cycle, while the Eco Silence motor systems ensures a quiet operation. At Fred's, we sell appliances. Only appliances.
At Walker's Furniture, we believe everyone deserves a better night's sleep. So this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we're having a 3-day mattress sale. Beat the Labor Day crowds and save hundreds on top name brand mattresses. Many styles marked down up to 50% off. Plus, take advantage of 3 years no interest financing with no money down, as well as up to $300 of additional free furniture with select purchases, making it the perfect time to upgrade your sleep. This weekend only at Walker's.
Par, family owned since 1930. Go where the builders go.
What are you gonna build?
All right, it is a busy night in the weather department.
Especially down south of us, right?
Yes, quite a bit to the south, and we've got some thunderstorms there. We'll likely see some further to the north later tonight. Right now in downtown Spokane, the last of a few showers have come to an end. They're far to the north, and we're actually having a nice evening. Good opportunity to get outside for a jog. It's a nice, cool evening. In the LC Valley, a little bit of a different story. Looking down over Lewiston and Clarkston, we see some showers around the region from the view here on Lewiston Hill, and the radar backs that up. We'll take a wide view to start, and we see an especially strong thunderstorm compared to what's going on elsewhere. As we head around the Clarkia area, another area of thunderstorm activity that's beginning to taper off further to the south. Let's take a closer look here, and I just want to show you the proximity of this stronger storm to St. Mary's, about 30 miles away. However, this particular storm is barely moving, which is good news. It's right now staying fairly steady. This is the system that moved through Craigmont. It is drifting to the north. However, it is decreased in intensity, but there's still some cloud ground lightning, and that is moving to the north. Meanwhile, that other system that I told you about is producing some penny-size hail. 40-mile-per-hour wind gusts possible, and that is not moved much from the Clarkia area. Here's Clarkia right here. It is just off to the east in the mountains, but if it does continue to drift a little bit to the north, maybe impacting portions of the central panhandle. Forecast radar shows most of the showers and thunderstorms tonight will dissipate as they move north, but really be focused on North Idaho. Here's 8 o'clock tomorrow morning with a few showers around Spokane and most of the wet weather along the Idaho-Montana border dry through the Columbia Basin. We will see some sunshine throughout the day on Friday with clear skies. Now that is going to last for Friday night and most of the day Saturday. Here's 8 a.m. on Saturday. And then we have a system coming up from the south again, but it's taking a little bit of a different path. While this system tonight is going to miss Spokane to the east, this system will miss Spokane to the west, hopefully, because this could produce some stronger storms. 8 o'clock Saturday night with storms around Moses Lake and Ritzville, and then from the Cascades through the Columbia Basin, more showers and thunderstorms, but may just miss Spokane and Coeur d'Alene again. But we're getting some rain around the region over the next couple of days, and then we dry out again. Temperatures ranging from 80 on Friday to 90 on Saturday, and then we'll split the difference through the rest of the 7-day forecast.
Thank you, Chris. Around the world tonight, the World Health Organization has declared the virus Mpox a public health emergency for the second time as cases of a dangerous new strain are spreading across parts of Africa. The version that is circulating in more than a dozen countries on the continent is far more severe than the strain the U.S. saw 2 years ago. Back then, the majority of people infected were gay and bisexual men. But according to the WHO, those most at risk today are under 15, accounting for most of the cases and deaths. 530 people have died worldwide, and the total number of cases is up 160% compared to last year.
Unsurprisingly, viruses will continue to evolve. We saw this with COVID, and now with Mpox, we see new versions of the virus that become more transmissible or potentially more fatal.
Mpox typically spreads with close skin-to-skin contact. It presents with symptoms like a blister-like rash, fever, muscle aches, and fatigue. The World Health Organization says they are examining different modes of transmission. The strain in Africa has not been seen outside of the continent. Mpox cases in the U.S. remain far lower than what they were 2 years ago.
All right, here's a look at ABC's primetime lineup tonight as we head into another break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
I'm Mark Peterson, the Extreme Team and Horizon Credit Union, ready to take on our next job. If you know of a project that needs an Extreme Team makeover, go to KXLY.com to nominate it. Our thanks to Horizon Credit Union for sponsoring the 4 News Now Extreme Team.
This is the Tempur-Pedic Breeze mattress, and it's designed to help you feel cool. So no more sweating all night, no kicking off the covers or blasting the air conditioning. Because only the Tempur-Pedic Breeze is made with our one-of-a-kind cooling technology that pulls heat away from your body. So the mattress feels up to 10 degrees cooler all night long.
Save up to $700 on select Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress sets and get a $300 gift. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right Tempur-Pedic.
Nothing says summer better than spending time on your deck. From the afternoon barbecues to the late night socials, the deck has become the most fun place to be. And nobody knows decking better than the pros at Windsor Plywood.
It's time to shop, shop for wood.
From composite to PVC or wood decking to beautiful railing options. If you're looking for a great new deck, Windsor has the best selection at the best prices.
Windsor Plywood.
Bathfitter does showers? That's right. We offer a wide selection of beautiful and functional showers in all shapes and sizes. We can even convert your bath into a shower. How about that? With our seamless one-piece walls and hundreds of design options, you'll get a beautiful new shower to fit your needs, guaranteed for life. Bathfitter's been around for 40 years, and we've been experts at showers for just as long. Get yours today. Bathfitter, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Allie S. asks, how many devices can my Wi-Fi handle?
That's an easy one, Allie. The average home has more devices than ever.
But our gateways are engineered to handle hundreds.
So not only will they work today,
they'll also work tomorrow.
That's our new intern.
Thanks, buddy.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Power all your devices with fast, reliable Xfinity Internet for just $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year contract. Xfinity, bring on the good stuff.
Next ET. Hey, I'm Mark Wahlberg.
And I'm Halle Berry.
And
we are spilling the ET.
The Union co-stars Uncensored.
Who tea?
Next ET.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Entertainment Tonight at 7:30.
When you cry, it's for a good reason.
Yeah, or a commercial. Sometimes commercials make me cry.
All right, I wasn't going to bring that up, but okay.
Next live, Patrick Dempsey.
Watch live tomorrow at 9, right after GMA.
Coming up tonight on Nightside, Idaho Governor Brad Little tours the destruction left behind by wildfires and describes the cost of the damage, not just to families, but to the state of Idaho.
Another look at your 7-day forecast. Most of the weather is going to be happening in the next 2 days. We've got a chance of showers and thunderstorms overnight tonight into Friday morning. Another chance late Saturday.
We'll keep our fingers crossed for no more fire startups, though, with that lighting, right?
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you on Nightside at 11.